Oh, wow. There we go. $10 from Kyle Kirby. I was waiting to donate till Mass Effect, but Subterranea is way better than Mario 3. So I had to donate. We have $50 from Bass Guitar Bill, Subterranea. I wanted to see this run in person, but as that would have put me at 36 hours without sleep, I'm watching from home. Shoutouts to Mike and Brosentia and all of the runners in the Awful Block. We have $50 from Fail X, Heart. We have $5 from Anonymous. I don't have much to spare, but I must recognize the feat of actually beating Subterranea. A game my little brother and I never saw past the first stage. I salute you, runner, and good luck. You're going to need it. $40 from Sile. Had to donate during this game. Subterranea was one of the first games I ever played. My dad and I would have had one hand on the controller and worked together in a vain effort to beat the game. Glad to see someone do what father and son tag team could not. Money goes to the runner's choice. All right, it's time for Earnest Evans.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So this is Earnest Evans. We are missing Deer Force, the second best animal dev team. Instead, we have Wolf Team, the best animal dev team, and you're going to see why in just a short moment. And I'm actually going to do a countdown for this game. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo!
I think the game froze. So actually what you can do is if you hold a button after you press start, because it's such a quality game, the game just freezes until you let go. So after I say Wolf Team, 3, 2, 1, Wolf Team!
Woo!
So this is Earnest Evans, and it's what you get when you combine Quap with Castlevania for Quapplevania.
Woo!
And there's boosts, and we're even gonna have speed tech. Okay.
Yeah, death abuse.
Let's not do that. So that is actually a sleeping potion, not a health potion. And that is an actual trick. You have no collision detection when you die. You're normally supposed to collect a key to get past that gate. But you don't have to bother when you just die. And you only have 5 continues when completing this game, so you have to manage your deaths pretty carefully. And this boss features one of the 2 best features of the game, RNG. Every speedrunner's favorite. This game has another speedrunner favorite, lots of lag, which you're going to see in stage 2.
I like the killer avocado, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
It's nutritious and deadly.
All right, so here's the weirdest thing. You might think I'm just slowing down and taking safe strats. This is actually the optimal strat, because if you don't kill these vines, the game will lag in a much later spot because it holds objects for a freakishly long time.
Did you play all these games as a kid?
No.
I was going to say, because then I had a way better childhood.
Yeah, this area lags, and you lose 2 seconds if you don't kill those vines. And we're going to get the Indiana Jones hat, which also gives you a hot neon whip.
I call it the hot dog whip.
And as you can see, it fits perfectly on Earnest Evans' head because he's a world-class adventurer.
He looks scared looking behind him.
Now, you might be thinking, maybe there's a lack of speed tricks in this game, but look, there's a wall clip.
Also, you see him crouching, you see him lying down.
Yeah.
I don't remember what buttons you push to do that.
Oh, yeah, but here's another thing. So anything that's dangerous looking, like an arrow or a bullet, does almost no damage because it only hits you once. But because you have no iframes, just staying inside an enemy for a second is pretty much guaranteed to kill you.
That makes sense.
Now you might be wondering, how could you love such a game? But how can you not love such a game with realistic ragdoll physics? Because you're an actual ragdoll.
And flying rib cages, I guess.
Why is he constantly looking behind him?
So one of my
It's like he's scared of what's ever behind him.
He has reason to be scared in a game like this.
So Pooh Bear, since my condition upon being on the couch for this run was you not ever seeing this game, and I didn't even tell you what the name of the game was, what are your reactions so far?
This is a game that exists.
It definitely is. All right, so I collect the stones because the stone is mightier than the whip, because the whip does 1 damage per frame it hits, and the stone does 50 damage per hit. So it lets you one cycle this boss if I get good RNG, and let's see if I get out the screen or the Dalsamars will block me, and we reduce lag. Hooray. We reduce one of the big speedrunning factors of this game, lag.
Like the fear of this guy's face, though, I can't get over it.
He doesn't have a face.
I was going to say, I can't even see where his eyes
It
are.
looks like his eyes are like looking directly at us to me. And like his mouth's like on this side, like he's like this.
Oh, like the Scream.
Yeah, like he's
Picture.
so like I'm running this way and he's like looking back like.
All right, here's the big trick. Momentum
Boost!
All right, so we are going to take a purposeful death in this stage because it's going to actually save time. And it's just pretty common that you die in this stage anyway. So your deaths are determined by which direction you're facing. So you just put your back towards the direction you want to die in. And even though it looks like I'm just taking damage there, that's actually a lag reduction strat.
Yeah.
To despawn some enemies.
And Mario.
And I actually need a music cue for this. Oh no, bad RNG, so I'm not going to get the 1 cycle. So that would have been good, except I got really bad RNG because the lasers were directly on top of me. But you see, oh wait, so Pooh Bear, do you want to do a trick? All right, come up here, hold left. Just hold left. Okay, are we good?
Yep.
Okay, we're holding left. Okay, we skipped half the stage. Give a hand for Pooh
Nice.
Bear, everyone! Woo! So that's what I like to call the second try shortcut. So you're supposed to go down through the bottom of the caboose, but there's no invisible wall or anything blocking you from going through the top and skipping half the level. So I call it the second try shortcut because obviously the second time you play this game, you're going to try that. And this is actually a time that lag is good because it means you're hitting the boss a lot. Oh, and by the way, we're going to France. Boom.
Woo! Oh, yeah,
So-
you started Maine, right?
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. Anyway, here's another thing you don't need to worry about. So that's Annette from El Viento. She's in some of the other Earnest Evans games. It's a trilogy.
Oh, there's more of these.
Yes. And she's actually, so she's your mother in the US version, and she's your adopted daughter in the Japanese version. Don't worry about it. Oh, by the way, speaking of the trilogy, it's called the Earnest Evans trilogy, yet Earnest Evans is the only game that Earnest Evans stars in. And here's the 6th boss. As you can see, it's a very difficult boss. And more speed tricks with action roll.
I didn't know you
right,
could
very
clip
nice.
down there.
Yeah, I didn't know either until recently. All right, so
Oh, you both have played this too?
Oh, yeah, I've beaten this game.
I knew you would have beaten it. You know, I knew you.
I'm sorry, Pooh Bear.
No, I mean you spend
right,
do you spend your days playing games that nobody wants to. It's great.
So that is another purposeful death. It's actually really hard to avoid death in this stage just because there's so many enemies here that have really big sprites, which means you take a lot of contact damage. So this is Stairs Krang. He has the 2 best features of this game, RNG and lag, as always.
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
All right, that's not great RNG, especially since I'm near the lizards, and I don't want to die in this stage if I can help it.
It's just dancing, man.
Okay, I'm kind of stuck. Well, maybe I can get through. Okay, and now we're gonna infinite roll. Oh, we didn't get the boost. Sorry,
Dang it.
everyone. But we do have another trick that we can show.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty
this
good.
tree normally just bounces you back all the time, but you can just roll through the bottom.
Like real trees.
Exactly. Oh no, that piranha's in the worst spot. And the worst part about the piranhas is that even if you die, they don't disappear. So
Oh, nice back shot.
Yeah,
Skills.
exactly. Oh, not so skills.
Oh boy, no!
No more piranhas! Oh, that's so many piranhas. Please.
There's one on your foot.
I know. I'm trying to get it off. Okay, it's off. Like I said, if they're on your foot, it's really bad. Okay, I have one continue left. So ideally, I don't blink though.
Nice.
Wow.
So that stage vertically wraps. You're supposed to hit the bottom, but the trigger bleeds through to the top.
You know, Mario 3 also vertically wraps.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Reasons
okay.
why
Good
Ernest
point.
Evans and Mario Brothers 3 are equal.
This boss is pretty much the worst.
Yeah, this is called RNG fish for a good reason. It is just complete RNG. So the rotating pattern of these orbs I need to hit first is actually not RNG, but the fish's movement is RNG, and it actually moves faster than you, so you just have to guess at what it's going to do. That was actually a pretty decent fight.
Yeah.
And now we're on the final stage. So this is where I'm going to tell you the plot of the US version, because I don't have time for the Japanese version, because it has all these anime cutscenes that you don't have in the US version. So yeah, actually, this is originally a Mega CD game, which is a Japanese Sega CD, and the only two differences between the Mega CD version and the US Genesis version is that the Japanese version has cutscenes, and they changed the CD audio to Genesis FM synth, because, you know, it wouldn't fit in the cartridge. Okay. And so the plot of this game is you are Ernest Evans, grandson of Ernest Evans.
Oh.
And Grandpappy Ernest Evans one day wants to tell you about these 3 idols that are used to prevent the summoning of this Lovecraftian god Maver. Oh, by the way, let's do some dance moves.
Ooh.
And also, Michael Jackson can moonwalk, but Ernest Evans can moon crawl. And, you know, one day Grandpappy Evans is like, oh, by the way, the weak point of this is not the core in the middle like you would think. It's actually the really weird pelican scythe head. Oh, and time is when this boss starts exploding, and I'll never get it on time because it's impossible to tell how much damage you're doing to this boss.
This game's amazing.
It really is.
It's good.
I'm so glad you invited me to this, because this is like...
I'm glad you're on the couch with us.
Yeah.
All right, time.
Woo!
So this game, like Subterranea, has an interesting story with the developers.
Ooh, hot. It's a
good-
cutscene.
Yeah, exactly. This is the only anime cutscene that's actually left in the Genesis version.
Mario 3 has no anime.
0 anime cutscenes.
So the producer that you see, Masaki Uno, he went on to Camelot in the mid-90s, and he helped develop the Golden Sun games and the Mario tennis and golf games for Game Boy Advance and GameCube. Buktaro, also known as Yukihiko Tani, went on with some ex-Wolf Team employees to form Nextech, which is a dev company that works with a bunch of big companies. And their last big project, as far as I know, was Resident Evil Code Veronica. So yes, he went on to program that game. And if you look up these names in online, Wolf Team was actually running out of money in the mid-90s. Shocker, I know. And so they teamed up with Namco to help publish a game for their unpublished novel, Tales of Fantasia. So yes, and then they disagreed with Namco's management, so they moved on to Tri-Ace. And along with them went Motoi Sakuraba. The composer of such games is Valkyrie Profile and Star Ocean. You might know him for his RPGs, but he's also known for little-known games called Dark Souls.
Ah.
He is one of the composers for Dark Souls. So yes, Ernest Evans is the music of Dark Souls. And that's a fact.
Without Ernest, we wouldn't have Dark Souls. So
Without Ernest,
you're
we wouldn't have
welcome.
Tales. We wouldn't have the Tales series.
Yeah.
There's so much great about Wolf Team. Now, similar to Deer Force, we like to do, a thing, at the end when we see the Wolf Team. So I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1, and then after 1, we're gonna yell Wolf Team, and then howl like wolves. Okay? So 3, 2, 1. Wolf Team!
Okay.
I'm sorry we don't have Deer Force, but we made it up with Wolf Team.
You have to see the very end of this cutscene.
Yes, exactly.
Here we go.
And that's Earnest Evans, everyone. Thanks to my couch for being so gracious, and thanks for Grand Pooh Bear for obeying my insane restrictions on commentary of you have to defend the honor of Super Mario Bros. 3, and you are not allowed to watch any videos or look up this game at all for Earnest Evans.
Oh, man.